Well, today we're in the company of Neil Robertson, the snooker world champion, and he's an Aussie. So first things first, Neil, why is an Australian a world snooker champion? You should be playing cricket or rugby league or Aussie rules or anything, surfing, but you're a world snooker champion. How on earth has that happened?
It definitely seems to be a world of opposites because England won the Ashes in Australia, so...
Nothing unusual about that.
Yeah, you know, an Aussie is world champion and England sort of, retaining the Ashes in Australia. I think, the world's a pretty crazy place at the moment. Absolutely.
But tell me though, I mean, as a kid, where are you from? Melbourne?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, from
well, there we go. Melbourne, arguably the sporting city of the world. You've got Aussie rules. You've got the rugby now, obviously rugby league. You've got surfing. You've got golf. You've got every sport imaginable, and yet snooker's your particular bag.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it just happened to be when I was younger. You know, my dad was a partner in a snooker club, and just used to play on weekends. Used to duck out of school every now and again as well.
Like all good snooker players.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and just spend my time, just playing snooker and stuff like that. And obviously, just fell in love with the sport and just took it from there. It was obviously, I love playing Aussie rules and cricket and things like that. But snooker was just the sport for me.
So as a kid, you must have had some sporting heroes. Were you all sort of like, I don't know, you tell me, but were they non-snooker players? Were they snooker players? Not that many Aussie snooker players come to mind.
No, they weren't, especially at the time. Probably my sporting heroes would be, would have been the typical sort of, Shane Warne, Steve Wall, Nathan Buckley, who was an AFL football player. It was sort of more those sort of guys are the ones that I looked up to. And in snooker, I guess, Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, Ronnie O'Sullivan, it was Jimmy White, obviously.
Obviously,
those sort of guys, yeah. So, being left-hander as well. So, but yeah, I think just I'm a big sports fan, and I love all sports. So, I've definitely got a lot of respect for many sportsmen in the world.
So, you won the world title last year. Many congratulations. Not an easy thing to do. Tell me about the reaction back at home.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Winning the world championships when I went back home, there's a lot of media. Media interest, which was absolutely fantastic. I did an exhibition in the Eureka Sky Tower, which is I did an exhibition on the 88th floor, and had all windows around all the walls. It was just absolutely fantastic. I almost felt like I was, I couldn't step back or else I'd fall down. So. And then I paraded the World Championship trophy in front of an AFL football match at the MCG.
How many people?
Collingwood, St Kilda, and it was 83,000.
Oh, really?
The match, yeah. So it was just absolutely amazing.
And you got a big ovation, did you?
Yeah, I did. It was fantastic. Every time, as I was going along, each section of the crowd were all applauding and everything. It was just absolutely fantastic. And I even did a quarter-time interview with the guy on the ground as well, which was fantastic. So
it really was quite a big deal. It wasn't a minority thing. You didn't get a few inches and that was all. You, for a day or two at least, you were the news.
Yeah, I was, especially winning it. It was all me in the papers. It was amazing because Australia's been struggling a little bit in the sporting aspect of things. Haven't been going as well as we would have liked. So
tough for you to say that, I know.
Yeah, so I was pretty much the only one winning. I think myself and Mark Webber were the ones in the headlines. So, an Aussie being world champion and Mark Webber was doing incredibly well in the Formula One. So it was definitely sort of two sports that, you're not really sort of accustomed to seeing Australians do well in.
Well, it's all up and running again in a week or two. You are the defending world champion, and as you well know, it's tough getting to the top. It's even tougher staying there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. I think Barry Hearn said that the most difficult thing in sport is retaining, and I'm fortunate enough that I have actually retained sort of big titles, so I do know what it takes to defend a title. But the World Championship, no one's ever defended it after winning it for the first time. The so-called Crucible Curse. So I'm definitely going to go out there and give it my best shot, that's for sure. I mean, there's less pressure on me in some ways because no one's ever done it before. I mean, if every first-time world champion had defended the title, then it'll probably be a bag of nerves. And
also, you've won it, so that's one monkey off your back, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I've won the World Championship. I've won other major tournaments. One I've only maybe I'm the only player to win 6 out of 6 world ranking finals as well. I got to world number one earlier on in the season, so there's no pressure on me. And like I say, win or lose in the first round, I get to go back to Australia for a couple of months and chill out.
Now the Aussies are very shy and retiring when they win in sports events, as you know, especially over the English. They never let you know, do they? If they beat the English. What's it been like living in England on the back of that Ashes defeat? Has it been okay for you, or have you had a hard time?
I definitely sort of went into hibernation for a couple of months afterwards. That was, it was really depressing.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I watched nearly every ball of the Ashes. I was staying up.
Did you?
5. I was staying up until 5 in the morning watching all the cricket and everything, and it wasn't easy sort of practicing during that time as well, getting all the stick from all the boys in the club and everything, and all the press and everything give me a hard time as well. But hopefully I can bounce back with the World Championships to close a few mouths.
Well, as you say, you're sort of like the flag bearer, because they didn't do that well in the World Cup either. That's the cricket boys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, the rugby boys are kind of there or thereabouts, but there aren't that many world champions at the moment in Australia.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of great sportsmen, but not too many sort of champions. We even got Ian Thorpe coming back into the swimming.
How's he going to do do you think?
So, it's pretty tough. He's coming back. I think
it's a big ask, isn't it?
Swimming, it's a very tough sport. Usually players are sort of retired by their sort of mid-late 20s, so it's going to be very tough for him. Like I say, there's not too many of us sort of carrying the flag for Australia at the moment. So hopefully I can be an inspiration to a few other Aussies out there.
Now, what do your parents think about you becoming world snooker champion? I mean, did they ever sort of bang on to you about you should get a better education or stop diving to school? Or?
Yeah, my dad was. He sort of maybe understood earlier than what my mum did when I really didn't want to be in school. But it's just not where I saw myself going to class after class, and I just didn't really see myself doing anything from school. Snooker is all I wanted to do, and I wanted to be a professional sportsman in what any sport. And picked snooker up obviously at a very early time in my life, and progressed through it very quickly. And so my dad was all for it. You only get one chance to be a top professional sportsman. You can always go out and get a job.
Yeah.
In Australia, you don't really need too much to get by. You get to chill out in the sun and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter too much. But so my dad definitely understood. At an early age, sort of when I was 14 and 15, I didn't really want to be in school. My mum, perhaps not, so she wanted me to get an education and then so I could play snooker. But I wanted to do it straight away. But it wasn't too long before she understood. I had a great talent for it, and she's been supportive all the way as well. All
right, Neil. Well, listen, best of luck for the planned retention of your world title. It won't be easy, but you've got to be confident, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I'm an Aussie, and we're all very confident.
You've got to win something, hey mate?
And yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.